Christian smiled and said, "Mr. Wade, thank you for your incredible kindness to the Knox family. Today was a bit of a whirlwind, and we didn't have time to prepare anything. Could I invite you to our home tomorrow, Mr. Wade? We'd like to host a dinner in your honor to properly thank you." "No, I have other plans." Charlie shook his head. "What happened today, I think it's best if you just consider it a good deed. I don't want to make a big deal out of this, you understand?" Christian was taken aback, but he nodded quickly. "I understand. Mr. Wade, if you ever need anything from the Knox family in the future, just call me." With that, he quickly handed Charlie a gold-plated business card with his personal cell phone number on it. Charlie took it without a glance, turned, and led Jacob away. Christian watched them until they were out of sight, before turning to glare at Stephen. He said, "From now on, whenever you see Mr. Wade in Oris Hill, you will show him respect and greet him properly. Don't you dare cause me any more trouble." Stephen grumbled. "How was I supposed to know I'd run into some master just by going out shopping?" Nearby, Skyler gritted her teeth as she watched Charlie walk away. Even though she admired him, she definitely hadn't forgotten him kicking her butt. For a proud girl like her, that was just unforgivable. Christian sighed and said to her gently, "Skyler, don't even think about getting back at Mr. Wade. Our whole family is depending on him now." "Can he really do anything?" Stephen mumbled. Christian snapped, "If you say one more stupid thing, I'll break your legs." Stephen flinched and didn't dare say another word. Skyler stomped her foot and said, "I know, Dad. I won't mess with him." The memory of the ache in her body made her feel angry and humiliated. "It's a shame," Christian sighed, shaking his head. Skyler asked, "What's a shame?" Christian glanced at her and said, "It's a shame that Mr. Wade is already married. Otherwise, I think you two would have made a great pair." "Dad, what are you talking about?" Skyler was so embarrassed that she could have died. On the way back, Jacob was still in shock. The head of the powerful Knox family, being so respectful to his house husband of a son-in-law. "Charlie, was that stuff you told Christian Knox for real?" Jacob was starting to think his son-in-law was turning into a total con artist. "Charlie, it's half true, half false. Isn't that how all these hustlers work?" Jacob's jaw dropped when he heard that. He panicked. "Are you crazy? You dare to lie to the Knox family, and you took that expensive bracelet? What if they find out you're a fraud? They could ruin us." Charlie shook his head. "It's not a big deal. We can just give the bracelet back. We live in a society with laws. It's not like they can kill me, right?" Jacob let out a long sigh. He was obviously worried, but after thinking it over, what else could they do? He'd just have to hope for the best. Maybe Charlie's strange trick would actually work. When they got home, Charlie went into the bedroom and took out the stone he'd gotten from Irvin Jones. The moment he held it, Charlie felt a surge of powerful energy flow from the stone into his body. A sudden warmth spread through him, followed by an uncomfortable feeling in his chest and stomach. Soon, beads of sweat mixed with some kind of black gunk started pouring out of his skin. After it was over, his entire body felt incredibly relaxed. After a while, Charlie felt a rush of energy coursing through his veins. This was aura. When he looked at the stone again, he saw that its aura was gone. It looked just like a regular rock now. Charlie tried the cultivation technique from the mystic scripture, but couldn't pull any more aura from it. Charlie had no choice but to put the stone back in his pocket. He had a gut feeling this thing was special, but since he couldn't figure it out right now, he'd have to wait until his skills improved. Feeling sticky all over, Charlie quickly jumped in the shower. By the time he was done, it was already after 5 in the afternoon. Claire called him. On the phone, Claire told Charlie that she was at the Grand Group building, going over project details. The car he'd bought for her happened to be unavailable today, She hadn't driven and wanted Charlie to drive the 530 model to the Grand group to pick her up. Of course, Charlie was happy to help his wife. He immediately got the car keys from Jacob, went downstairs, and drove to the Grand group. After parking, Charlie took out his phone and called Claire. She didn't pick up, but a second later, he got a message from her. "Charlie, I'm still in a meeting with the project team. You can wait for me downstairs for a while. Thank you." "Okay, then I will wait for you downstairs," Charlie replied. He stood outside the car and had a smoke while he waited. At that moment, Doris, the vice chairman of the Grand group, called him. "Mr. Wade, are you at the Grand group building?" Charlie asked curiously, "How do you know?" Doris said, "I'm in my office so I can see your car." Charlie looked up and smiled. "Are you looking for me for something?" Doris said, "Mrs. Claire is still in her meeting and it may take a while, so I wanted to ask if you have time." "If you do, I'd like to report to you about our recent work." Charlie thought for a moment. He hadn't been paying much attention to the Grand group's affairs recently, and he knew he couldn't stay out of the loop for too long. He said, "All right, you wait, I'll come up." Doris said, "Then just go straight to your office. I'll meet you there to give you the report." Sounds like a plan. After hanging up the phone, Charlie headed into the building, took the elevator, and went straight to the chairman's office on the top floor. As he stepped out of the elevator and started walking toward the office, a door behind him suddenly opened. Elsa was just about to head to the restroom when she stepped out of her office and saw a familiar back. She didn't recognize the person as Charlie, but she thought his build looked just like that godlike billionaire from the internet. Could it be? The chairman I've been dying to meet is finally here? Elsa was instantly thrilled. After all, the whole reason she came to Oris Hill and the Grand group was to get close to the mysterious chairman and win her way into his life. If she succeeded, it would elevate the entire Gardner family's standing. This was the mission her family had entrusted her with. Their future hopes were riding on her success. But Elsa was also getting really frustrated. She'd been here for days and still hadn't even seen the chairman's face. How was she supposed to build a real connection with him if she could never meet him? So now, seeing what she thought was the chairman's back, Elsa was overjoyed. She quickly picked up her pace, following Charlie, determined to catch up, say hello, and introduce herself. Charlie heard footsteps behind him. He glanced at his reflection in the glass on the wall and suddenly realized Elsa was right there. This was bad. If Elsa recognized him here, she would figure out he was the chairman of the Grand group. She might even connect the dots and realize he was the young master of the Wade family. This was a disaster. So, seeing Elsa trying to catch up, he quickly picked up his pace, slipped into the chairman's office, and locked the door. Elsa was caught off guard when he suddenly sped up. By the time she reacted and started to follow, he had already gone into the office. Seeing him disappear inside, Elsa felt a pang of disappointment and muttered to herself, "Weird. Why does it seem like the chairman is avoiding me on purpose?" But she wasn't ready to give up. She walked up to the door, knocked, and said, "Hello, Mr. Chairman? I'm the new administrative director, Elsa. I wanted to report to you." Charlie intentionally lowered his voice and replied, "Have you reported to Miss Young? The company doesn't allow employees to go over their supervisor's head. Didn't you know that?" "I'm sorry, Mr. Chairman, I forgot." Elsa was startled and nervous. She thought, "Is the chairman always this harsh? Is he mad that I went over my boss's head? Or does he just not want to see me at all?" Elsa didn't dare to linger by the chairman's office door, so she had no choice but to walk away. Charlie listened as Elsa's footsteps faded down the hall and finally let out a sigh of relief. She almost recognized him. That was way too close. He realized he'd have to be more careful about coming to the Grand group from now on. Elsa was now an administrative director, and her office was on the same floor as his. The chances of running into her were just too high now. Just then, Doris came in to give her report. Charlie said to her, "Doris, I need you to arrange something for me." Doris nodded. "Of course, sir. Just tell me what you need." Charlie said, "I need you to change Elsa's position." Then he asked, "What jobs in the company don't require someone to be in the office all the time?" "Sales and business development," Doris replied. "Those roles are often out of the office meeting with clients. They're basically never here." "Okay," Charlie nodded. "Then make her the sales director." "No problem," Doris agreed. "I'll get on that as soon as I get back to my desk." After that, Doris filled Charlie in on the company's recent progress. The M Grand Group's new 6-star hotel project was officially underway. The site was at the base of Eagle Peak Mountain, a beautiful spot with amazing scenery. Once it was finished, it would be the first 6-star hotel in Oris Hill, a truly luxurious destination. The hotel construction was going smoothly. They expected it to be finished in 2 years and open for business about 2.5 years from now. By then, the M Grand Group's revenue would reach a whole new level. Charlie instructed her, "If my wife is doing well and has the capacity, feel free to give her more projects." Doris replied immediately, "Don't worry, Master. I'll make sure of it." Realizing his wife's meeting was about to end, Charlie told Doris, "Go call Elsa to your office now. I'll use that as my chance to slip out." Doris nodded quickly, went back to her office, and called Elsa.
Hey amazing viewers, it's Charlie here. Thanks for sticking with us. By the time of the release of this video, only 11% of our viewers have joined the party by subscribing, and 89% of you might miss out on our next mind-blowing video. So what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button and join the exclusive club.